Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending what time you're watching us. My name is Alex Salinas, and this is your show, College Bound Hounds. Buenos días, buenas tardes o buenas noches, dependiendo de cuándo nos están viendo. Mi nombre es Alejandro Salinas, y este es su programa, Greyhounds a Rumbo al Colegio. This is our second show of the year, so I'd like to thank KSBG and all their staff for putting this production for our families and students. Remember, this show is about you. This show is about giving you information about college awareness, important dates, and important information regarding the college process. I know that the process itself can be overwhelming, so just students and parents know that the College Center is there to help you. Este programa, padres y estudiantes, es para ustedes. Es para darles información sobre los temas de colegio, fechas de límite importantes, y más que nada queremos decirles que el proceso de colegio, de aplicando para colegio, puede ser poquito duro, pero aquí estamos para ayudarles. Así que, por favor, vayan para el centro de colegio por cualquier duda que tengan o cualquier pregunta que tengan, pero aquí estamos para ayudarles. Today is a very important show because we're going to talk about financial aid. Hoy es importante porque vamos a hablar sobre el tema ayuda financiera. So, cuando regresemos vamos a hablar tenemos un invitado de UTRGV que nos va a hablar sobre el tema de ayuda financiera. There's a lot of updates coming up, students and families. So when we come back, we're going to talk to our special guest from UTRGV so he could give us all the information, the updates, dates about FAFSA, and everything that it comes with it. So come back. Welcome back to College Bound Hounds. So once again, today we have a special guest from UTRGV who's going to talk to us about financial aid. So Mr. Jose Sanchez, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself, your title, how long have you been doing financial aid or in the Office of Financial Aid? So if you mind, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, so my name is Jose Sanchez. I'm one of the Associate Directors in the Financial Aid Office. I've been with UTRGV since 2016, so I've been doing this for a little over 7 years now at the Financial Aid Office, but I've been in the higher education for a little over 10 years now.
Wow, good. Nuestro invitado es de UTRGV. Él está con la ayuda de financiera, la oficina de ayuda financiera, y ya está ayudando a nuestras familias sobre 10 años ya, pero con UTRGV desde 2016. Así que gracias por estar con nosotros. Thank you so much for being with us, Mr. Jose. So, Mr. Sanchez, real quick, the million-dollar question. What is financial aid? Can you tell us a little bit or tell us what financial aid is?
Yes, so financial aid, it is a process in which a student applies through either the free application for federal student aid or the TASFA, which is the state application, in which they apply to see if they are eligible for any grants, need-based scholarships, work study, student loans. So it is to help them with their college expenses while they're going to school.
Good. So, la aplicación de ayuda financiera es donde el estudiante aplica con los padres para si califican para ayuda financiera. Hay diferentes tipos de ayuda financiera, los Pell Grants, las becas y Work Study, ¿verdad? Uh-huh. Y queremos que sepan que es un proceso poquito largo, pero aquí están para ayudarles. Y Mr. Sánchez y su equipo están para ayudarlos también. Mr. Sánchez, tell us about when does FAFSA open up? Because you mentioned that they have to go through the FAFSA. Mm-hmm. Tell us when it opens up, the date. I know it's new from last year, right, mm-hmm. and years before. So when does it open up, and what is FAFSA? What application is that?
Mm-hmm. Yes, so it is going to be open by December 31st. This is guidance that we've gotten from the U.S. Department of Education, and that is the federal application in which students apply online to see in which they provide basic demographic information as well as income information. And then on there, they will also be providing, if they're a dependent student, their parents' information. So they'll be logging in to also provide their basic demographic information as well as their income information to see what type of financial aid they'll be eligible for.
So you heard it. December 31st is when the Department of Education is opening up FAFSA. Now, for some of you may be wondering, well, Mr. Salinas, I thought October 1st was when students could have applied. Previous years, that was the case, October 1st. But this year, Department of Education, they changed that date. So now you heard it. It's starting December 31st. Now, the good news, families, students, and parents, is that we are in winter break during that time. You all should be enjoying your time with your families. So when we come back from winter break, when you come back spring semester, the College Center is there to help you. So that's all you need to know. Padres y estudiantes, la aplicación se va a abrir Diciembre 31. el año nuevo, fíjese. Pero yo sé que ahorita en estos los siguientes semanas vamos a ir vamos a salir de la escuela y no vamos a estar en la escuela. Así que diciembre 31 va a ser el año nuevo, ¿verdad? No quiero que sepan que no tengan que hacer nada por el momento. La aplicación se va a abrir diciembre 31, ¿verdad? Pero no tienen que hacer nada si no quieren, porque cuando regresemos al año nuevo en la escuela, les vamos a ayudar. En el centro de colegio vamos a ayudarles. Mr. Sanchez, I know that your staff and your team has always been great to us. We have a great MOU with UTRGV. We have a program called AmeriCorps. Students come to our office and help our students. So tell us about what the duties are of the AmeriCorps members and how they are going to help with financial aid.
Yes, so we do have the AmeriCorps program under our office with some great leadership. They have AmeriCorps mentors that are stationed at various high schools across the valley, in which they help out high school students through the college application process. So they help them out with the admissions process, registering for the tests, and of course with the FAFSA, the financial aid application, both the federal and the state one to complete, and they help out families through that whole process and guiding them.
Good, good. So once again, students, if you have not started the process about applying to colleges or will start the process of applying to financial aid, the AmeriCorps members are there to help us out. They've been coming to our office throughout the week and mainly during your lunch period. So students, parents, make sure your student goes to the college center during the lunch period. We encourage them, go pick up their lunch plate and sit there next to the computer, type away, start the process, and get assistance from these members. They're the experts. Mrs. Pina does a great job, but we count on UTRGV, so thank you, UTRGV. We had this partnership for over almost 8 years or more, so remember that. Padres, estudiantes, quiero que sepan que la universidad tenemos un programa que vienen estudiantes del colegio que ya saben del proceso de aplicando, saben del proceso de ayuda financiera y ahí están para ayudarlos. Así que padres, díganle a ese estudiante que por favor vengan al centro de colegio durante su lonche, durante el segundo o primero periodo de lonche para ayudarles con la aplicación y ayuda financiera. Mr. Sanchez, one of the things that I get I get this often is, well, my parents may make too much money, or I don't know, my sister applied 2 years ago and we didn't get anything. So a lot of parents, a lot of students think, why should I apply for financial aid? I know every student is different, so can you please tell the audience that everyone should apply to financial aid? I always tell them that, but I want them to hear from UTRGV, the financial aid office.
Yes, so every family should apply for financial aid to determine what is their financial aid eligibility. Every family's it's a unique situation.
Yes.
Every year income does change. So we always encourage families to apply just to determine, okay, what they may be eligible for, because, there is, a lot of things are factored in to determine the student's financial eligibility, household size, income, and of course, like any other assets that they may have. So we always encourage them to submit that. Now, if there's been any changes to a family's income, because when you provide your family's income, it is you're providing it what's called prior, so 2 years prior to that. So if there has been a change and a significant loss, we do encourage students to reach out to our office and meet with the financial aid advisor to then review and then determine documentations that they can submit, so there can be a professional judgment and possible aid that they may be eligible for. So we always encourage them to meet with us if there's been those type of changes.
Good. And now you mentioned prior. So for this application, the FAFSA application of 2024-2025, which income tax information are the families going to be using?
They're going to be using their 2022 income tax information.
So families, your 2022 income tax information. And that's one of the things that a couple of years ago, and I went to school many years ago, went to college. So I remember using that immediate income tax return. And that changed. It's called a prior. So for your seniors that are listening, tell your parents that they're going to be using the 2022 income tax information. Their W-2s, their income tax, make sure it's 2022. And that's what they use. And that's what Mr. Sanchez talked about. If there was a change of income now, so if 2022 said they made this much money, and there was a change of income today, that's where you're talking about the special circumstances, the change of income, and that's where your office is there to help them out.
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes.
Padres, quiero que sepan que la pregunta que le dije a Mr. Sánchez es, ¿por qué aplicar para ayuda financiera? Cada año tengo visitantes, tengo padres que quizás tienen hijos e hijas que aplicaron 2, 3 años pasado y me dijeron, Mr. Salinas, no calificamos para nada. Cada año es diferente. Cada familia es diferente y cada estudiante es diferente. Así que, por favor, nosotros recomendamos que apliquen para ayuda financiera, pase lo que pase, porque es importante, porque pueden calificar. Yo sé que quizás su hijo o su hija no calificó 2 años pasado, pero quizás este estudiante sí va a calificar. Así que, por favor, apliquen y aquí estamos para ayudarles. Y también quiero decirles, padres, que el income tax que van a usar es el de 2022 para esta aplicación de Financial Aid. La aplicación que se va a abrir antes de diciembre 31 es el income tax que van a usar es el 2022. So, por favor, quiero que sepan eso. Mr. Sanchez, anything else you want to share with the families regarding financial aid or the importance or any updates to it, just in general about financial aid, because this is all about making sure that our students and families understand the importance. So anything you want to share to the families?
One is definitely submit an application. Now with this new FAFSA, we're going to be seeing that both the students and the parents will be able to complete the application at the same time. Now when they log in to complete the application, the user is actually going to be seeing questions relevant to them. So the students are going to see questions relevant to the student, and then when the parent logs in, because they're going to also need to create an FSA ID and password, when they log in, they are only going to be seeing questions relevant to them. So always go on there and you can complete at the same time. And not only that, but when they are providing their income information, it's now going to be through a direct data exchange through the IRS. So that information is going to come directly from the IRS, in which it's going to be automatically input into the application. So when they provide consent and submit the application, that's when the student's going to see the Student Aid Index, or SAI, as to what would be the aid that they will be eligible for. And that will be also displayed in the FAFSA submission summary.
Got you. Now, I'm going to be honest with you all. Everything he just said, it got me already nervous. It got me already a little stressful. But here's the thing. Do not get overwhelmed. Financial aid, even though it's a lengthy process, parents, students, we're here to help you out. He just talked about the updates where now we're going to need the student and parent to apply separately and together. Well, guess what? The College Center is there to help you out. So even though the application is going to open up by December 31st, know that when you come back from winter break, students and parents, the College Center is there to help you out. The AmeriCorps program, which I want you to touch base in a bit, is there to help you out. We're going to have evening events. We're going to post in our social media. We're going to post in our college website. This is where you, parents, and the student can come after work, after school. We know that you guys work. So come after work, sit down with your student in our College Center, and we're going to have a representative from UTRGV. Right? They are a great university. They are a local university, but they have AmeriCorps members that are assigned to San Benito High School, and they're going to assist us. So you may not know anything about financial aid. Don't worry. The experts are there to help us out. If anything I want you all to take from this segment is we're here to help you out. UTRGV, the Office of Financial Aid, is there to help you out. So please, once you know what dates, and it usually happens on Wednesdays, after hours, right? Because we know that you guys need that after hours. But stop by the College Center, bring your questions. There are new changes, Mr. Sanchez, but know that together we're going to figure out. Padres, quiero que nomás sepan que comenzando el año nuevo, vamos a tener eventos durante de 5 a 7 p.m. Para que ustedes vengan y ganen asistencia de ayuda financiera a los representantes. Yo sé que el proceso de aplicando para Financial Aid es poquito duro y hay nuevos cambios, pero si no saben nada de Financial Aid, está bien, no se preocupen. Aquí estamos para ayudarles. El centro de colegio y el programa de AmeriCorps, donde tenemos estudiantes de UTRGV que vienen a nuestro centro de colegio para ayudar a nuestras familias. Así que, por favor, no se preocupen. Vengan, ganen asistencia. Cuando comencemos el año nuevo, vamos a tener fechas. Vamos a poner en el social media, en el Facebook, en las redes sociales, para que sepan cuándo pueden venir. Mr. Sanchez, thank you once again for joining us today and sharing all the updates and information about financial aid. When we come back, students and parents, we're going to go over news that you can use, some important dates, some important updates, so come back. Welcome back to College Bound Hounds. Students and families, we just talked about financial aid. It's a very topic that sometimes families get a little worried, have a lot of questions about it. Even myself, that I've been doing this for over 20 years, still have a lot of questions, but I'm glad that you heard about financial aid. Padres, hoy hablamos de ayuda financiera, ¿verdad? Estudiantes, quiero que sepan que yo he estado trabajando aquí hace 20 años ayudando a estudiantes de colegio y todavía tengo yo preguntas sobre ayuda financiera, pero por eso trajimos el invitado de UTRGV para hablar sobre ayuda financiera. Now we're going to go over some news that you can use. Just a reminder, students and parents, the College Center is there to help you out. We are open during your lunch periods. We are open in the mornings before class begins, and we are open after school as well. Quiero que sepan, padres y estudiantes, que el centro de colegio está ahí para ayudarles. Su estudiante puede ir durante la hora de lonche. Vaya que levante su comida y que se sienta ahí en el centro para ayudarles. También estamos ahí en la mañanita antes de que comience la escuela o después de la escuela, también si acaso necesitan ayuda. Also, because financial aid will open up by December 31st, UTRGV, the AmeriCorps programs, and the College Center, we're going to have financial aid nights. So parents and students, do not panic, please. We're there to help you out. So very soon, when we come back from the new year, we're going to have dates. And mainly they're going to be on Wednesdays throughout the entire semester where you guys can come in with your parents inside the College Center so we could help you with FAFSA. Padres y estudiantes, también quiero que sepan porque se va a abrir la aplicación de FAFSA antes de diciembre 31. Quiero que sepan que cuando regresemos de la escuela, para la escuela en enero, que vamos a ayudarles. Vamos a tener noches de ayuda financiera donde ustedes pueden venir con su hijo o su hija para aplicar. Tenemos del programa, tenemos los representantes de ayuda financiera de UTRGV para que vengan y que se sientan con ustedes de 5 p.m. a 7 p.m. Eso va a comenzar el año que viene, padres. Así que, por favor, no se preocupen, aquí estamos para ayudarles. And students, more than anything, just remember, if you haven't started the application to applying for colleges, applying for perhaps the TSI exams, or anything that has to do with college, stop by the College Center. We're here to help you out. Si acaso, padres y estudiantes, su hijo no ha comenzado el proceso de aplicar para colegio o para los exámenes que se necesita para entrar al colegio o comenzar el proceso de ayuda financiera, por favor, venga a nuestro centro de colegio para ayudarles. Aquí estamos para ustedes. So students and parents, mainly for the class of 2024, remember, this is your year. You're this close of graduating, but we also want to make sure that you have everything ready for college next year. So time is running out. In a couple of weeks, you're going to be gone for December, winter break. But when you come back, Hounds, make sure you stop by and visit us. So thank you all so much for joining us. This is our second show of College Bound Hounds. Until then, families, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Remember, College Bound Hounds. Hasta la próxima. Quiero desearles feliz Navidad, próspero nuevo año y aquí estamos para ayudarles. Pasen buen día. Thank you.